we're gonna follow the containment line from the fire that was on the property. Containment line starts about halfway through the land. Just been interesting following how they manage the fire. Since it happens to be on our property, I'm gonna follow it. The path, it looks like they used hand tools for portions of it and then heavy machinery, and almost made like a road through a section of it. So really thankful for the work that they did, and it's pretty cool to see how they attacked this thing and made it not spread even farther. So here's the road. Looks like they started in over here. So we're just gonna walk it and go from there. Maybe stop and see some of the heavily burned areas. But this is all boggy, just a bunch of bog. You can see all their cuts. Just cutting brush back. It's actually a pretty narrow line. Here's a little log they cut. This is where it burned. Really hot. This tree snapped. Burned and then snapped. Fully charred trees. These trees are maybe 60, 70 feet tall. The flame just went and fully consumed them. Alright, so we're following the hand cut line. We saw fire crews from Ohio, Tennessee, Montana, Minnesota, DNR. Look at that. Just burned everything beneath this tree. So any moss or dead roots just propelled it on the ground, it looked like. Really, look at this. Super charred. So it's been about going near 3 weeks since this burned. It's a nice trail though, so we're gonna maintain the trail. Why not? Maintain this containment line. Yeah, it was interesting. We kept seeing the perimeter of the fire. It was so jagged and just all over the place, no straight lines. And then it said the containment followed the fire perimeter line. I didn't realize that the containment line was literally this squiggly. It's a lot of work. This was a dead tree. from a while ago. Still burned this thing up. It's weird how it's just random spots of fire. So over here, nothing else around here is burned. Moss, and then you got this little fire, little pocket of fire. I think one of the firefighters said it was like the fire was just traveling under the bog. You can see it's all just water. Just floating on water. Alright, they worked their way through here. This charred area. Birch looks like it's going to be okay. So closer to our hangout areas, I've been taking down trees that clearly where the roots have been charred like this. It's hard to know how structurally sound they are after losing all that support. So better safe than sorry when little kids are hanging around. Just take them down. Alright, they came through here. We're still following their cuts. So the kids always play in this area, and surprisingly it didn't burn. It burned right near where they play, but so they were excited to have their little village, as they call it, protected. It's just kind of random that it got protected, but it worked out for them. As soon as we got here, they started playing back in there. All right. Again, it's just the fire's on the left. The right is what they were protecting. As we go, you'll see there's a clear difference. Of course, that's a shadow. That's not burned stuff. Let's go a little forward. Containment line cuts. It's crazy. The fire comes to these trees that are dead. This is one of the fir trees, fully dead already, but didn't turn into a blaze. It's weird. Like I said, I've been learning a lot. I guess when the wildfire comes to your area, you really get involved tracking it, learning all the terminology, learning when it's safe and not safe. So it's been interesting. Alright, so the fire's not as intense over here. Just a little like grass and dead debris just kind of burning. Sometimes some brush is burning here. Alright, keep going. We're almost to the area where they used heavy machinery. This is all burned. Yeah, we keep seeing these pink markers. They cut the roots. This tree was dead already, so who cares? It's probably leaning already before they even got here. Yeah, that's where it seems like maybe the fire just snags onto these dead roots and crosses over. So this area burned. You can see it. See all this even rotted stuff. Look how rotted that is. So dry, I just toasted it. This tree, tamarack, it's super green. But this is where I'm talking, where it's like, it's green, but then all the roots were just charred. Dirt below them, moss below them. It's crazy. Even rocks seem to be splitting. Maybe not that high, but yeah. Here's another pink marker. Again, if anybody knows what those are, let me know in the comments what's going on with those markers. Alright, this is where the trail changes. This is like hand crews, hand tools, making a containment line. Then we widen up, taking down spruce and fir trees with ash and char. Makes for an interesting mess. Nice grouping of birch. Looks like it tried to burn the papery part. Still pretty green up top. See, just pockets of burn. Whole big log. Guess they were worried the fire's here, so if they didn't cut this log, I guess it could cross over. So they made maybe 5 feet of clearance there. Pretty cool colors coming off these bushes, shrubs. I was wrong. This is still hand tools. I think it'd open up wide because there's just raspberries and young brush that they were able to cut pretty easy. Nice flowers. And there's still all kinds of flowers. Here we go. This is where they brought in heavy duty machinery. So again, I don't know their process or procedure. I don't know if the hand crews came in from the road and hand cut and then bulldozers and other equipment came in and just started tearing things up. Fire is still over here. And they just ripped through here, or whatever it is. I don't know. It's like a actual road. Tore up the boulders. Like I said, pretty cool path to be able to maintain. I'm sure we'll use it in some way. Some more pink markers. A couple in there. So this is all poplar. Back where we started in the bog, it's more spruce, fir, tamarack. And they're just ripping down trees. Let's see, okay, here. This is crazy over here. Here we go. Contribute to the cause here. Yeah, they just, it looks like they bulldozed these trees down. And these are pretty substantial in size. Bulldozer comes in, or whatever the machine they were using, knocks them right over. Look at that. So in this stage, it's hard to tell where it's still burning. This is the area that they're containing. That's the area that they're protecting. But at this point, I haven't seen too much fire spots. But this ensures, I guess, that it's not going to cross over. This is pretty cool to see. This is a massive tree. Unfortunately, I think it's dead. This thing is huge though. It's probably one of the larger spruce trees on the property. Look at this. I mean, that's got to be 3 feet or so. Oh, man. See if I can get in here. Yeah, look at this thing. Huge. That's awesome. Unfortunately, it's dead. Looks like there's another big one over there. Yeah, let's keep walking. Oh, here's some fire. All right. So this is like the very tip of the containment, because then we start going south again. We were coming north from the start, and now we take a turn, and they're fighting, containing the line here. Again, fires again still on this side, protecting this side. Oh yeah, here's some burns. Again, this is all dead wood that's just catching flame. That stump is pretty old and dead. bulldoze a tree. That's like, they lifted it up, maybe 7 feet up. Just a pile of poplar trees. This area is pretty cool, actually. Doing some kind of zip line in this area. Big clearing. Although that poplar is dead halfway. We're still walking. Since the containment line zigzags so much, went north, it comes south. I think technically we went past our property line for a little bit, but it's funny. This is the north end of the property, and they go right past one of our old, my dad put this here maybe 30 years ago. No trespassing. Maybe give that a little clearance. In this case, we're very thankful. Strained out, no trespassing, swimming, hunting, dumping. Not sure where they're going to swim. And I'm not sure what they're dumping. So my silky handsaw burned up in the fire. But this notch handsaw is pretty good. It's a smaller blade than my silky one was. Also meaning it was probably $60 instead of $100 and something. But it does the job. Kind of wish I had the hook on the end like the silky, just so you don't accidentally cut yourself as easy. But it works well. Alright, here, yeah, here's the tracks for the bulldozer. Alright, fire's still on the left. So now we are off past the property line. This is National Forest at this point. And that's that. Thanks for watching. How they manage this fire, I'm still learning. I'll probably continue to do a little more research. But it was interesting to see the variations in methods to contain the fire and make containment lines and make their perimeter. So from hand-cut tools to bulldozers, either way, thanks for protecting the land, keeping the fire from spreading even farther than it could have. All right. Adios.